Well, I am happy to report it was a bird nest over here, but it was nothing in it. I checked. Don't ask me what I was going to do if it was some eggs in there, because I don't know. I wasn't going to touch it. Hi everyone, so I'm going to try to do this video really quickly, and I hope the wind is not distorting the sound. It's very windy out here today, but I wanted to go ahead and get our flower pillows planted. Now, if you haven't seen the video, I'll make sure that I link it, but before I start tearing everything out the pots, I just wanted to give you one more quick look of the containers that we had last year. These are the Grand Traverse with Thriller. This particular pot doesn't really have a Thriller anymore. These didn't come back for some odd reason, but I'll walk over here, and these were actually coming back, but we're gonna pull these. Now I'm gonna work on the first pot that I just came from, because I really think it's a bird nest in here, and I want to be careful because it's a lot of stuff in here, and so I'm just probably gonna cut it back where I can see inside before I go sticking my hand in anything. So let me go ahead and let me get the pots cleaned out. I won't have the video running because again it's very windy, but I'll come back and then we'll do our next step. So it's no way I could have kept this video going. And I'm about to tell y'all something, and I'm apologizing up front because I'm not trying to offend anyone when I say this, but I am a big communicator. I'm big on telling people how I feel. I don't like to hold stuff in. My daughter says that most of the time what I say is right, but I need to work on my delivery. So that's why I'm apologizing to y'all first before I say what I have to say. Okay, so let me just tell you, I caught hell emptying out these pots. And it wasn't the annuals. The annuals came out okay, the super petunias. It was those, I want to say Prince Tut grasses. Those roots ran deep. And when I say deep, they ran all the way down to the bottom. I had to get a shovel and just keep chopping and keep chopping and keep chopping until I could kind of start pulling it up. And then I will tell you that these pots do what they say they're going to do because they water from the root. It was water in the bottom, but this is what I had to do, y'all, because right now is not a time for nobody to be visiting the hospital. So I had to huddle up with myself, and I said, okay, you need to put some pants on, because it felt like I had unlocked an ant farm and a spider, some type of spider web, like where all the and these were big spiders, and then bugs I haven't even seen before. I told myself, you need to put a long sleeve shirt on, you need to put a hat on, and you need to get your leather gloves, because this is not going to be quick and it's not going to be easy. So you need to protect yourself and just take breaks, which is what I did, y'all. I just came from like an hour break because I was so hot, and I was like, you don't need to be going to the hospital for exhaustion either. What you need to do is just take it easy. So we got the pots cleaned out. I washed them. I put a little bit of bleach, a little bit of Dawn. Hey, that'll help with a lot of stuff. Washed them out real good on the inside, the outside, emptied out the water. Let me tell you about this one over here. I did the same as well. This is my bucket I was using to clean out, but I did the same as well. I am happy to report it was a bird nest over here, but it was nothing in it. I checked. Don't ask me what I was going to do if it was some eggs in there, because I don't know. I wasn't going to touch it, but it was not. I promise y'all, it was no eggs in there. So we got these cleaned out. Had a lot of snails, a lot of spiders, not as many ants, but this was the pot where the Prince Tut grass was coming up again. So I had to get smart, and so what I did was I went and I got my tarp, and I chopped away and pulled out like all the annuals, chopped away at it, and then took this pot and turned it over, because this one wasn't as wet. It did come out, and I just dragged everything up front. So we got those cleaned out. I was going to try to recycle that soil, but I was like, So when it gets, when the sun goes down later on this evening, the first pot, I put all the soil in this black bag over here. So I'm gonna pull that up front, but it's too hot. It's heavy and I'm not gonna be pulling that right now. And then what I did was pull the tarp with the other one from this one up front and put that where the city comes and get like all the recyclable leaves and sticks and branches, things like that. Okay, so I'm hoping that the 2.5 bags of potting soil that I have is going to fill these up, because I mean it starts off narrow and then comes up wide. So let me go ahead and do that, and then we are going to get these flower pillows planted, because I definitely want to go ahead and plant them because they're in that little, what they call tea bag. The other ones that we unboxed the other day, I do have a little bit more time with those because they're in the little cup or the container. So as long as I keep them water and happy, I'll plant those. It's not gonna be today, I'm gonna tell you that right now, because this right here I thought would be a quick project and it's not. So yeah, let me go ahead and put the potting soil in there, and real quick I'm gonna show you also what I use after I put the potting soil in there. But okay, let me stop talking, y'all done talked enough. Okay, let me get these prepped. We did have enough potting soil for both of these containers, but I'm probably gonna have to make one more run because I actually have to pot up some more things in the garden, but I'm not gonna worry about that right now. I just wanna get the flower pillows planted because they're already needing to be planted. I'll show you guys in just a second, but we got the potting soil in there, and this is what I use before I even fill it, is I put the slow release plant food in here. This, and then the water soluble plant food. I'm not going to use that today as the season or as the plants start to grow. It says use every third feeding, but I stretch mine out a little bit more than that, because every third feeding and the way this sun beats here. But the good thing about it is, seriously y'all, with this pot I don't have to worry about watering this as much as I have to do my other pots that are not self-watering. So I'm not really concerned. Maybe twice a month I'll probably put some of the water soluble plant food in here. Now those two are the only ones that get used, like for these pots, and then the pots that's in the front, they do not go in my vegetable and flower garden at all. They don't go over there. I use them solely for these two big pots, and then the big pots that are in the front, and then the geraniums that are in the front. So let me go ahead and let me put the slow release food in there. I'm gonna bring the flower pillows, show it to you guys how easy it is to pot it, and then we're going to end this video. But at least I got something accomplished today. Okay, so I cut the zip tie off of there, but again, I'll make sure I link the unboxing video. But these flower pillows are particularly the Starry Night. They are the Super Tunia Royal Velvet, the Super Bells Lemon Slice, which is a Calibracoa, and the Super Tunia Really Red, which if you go back and watch the video, I'll tell you what I had my eye on. So this right here is definitely going out the box for me, especially with the red. But I think overall it's gonna be pretty. I already know it is. But we just got them and they are ready to get planted. That's why I had to hurry up and plant them, because yeah, we can't lose these. I'll make sure I give you the link to the flower pillows, but this is basically how they come. They come in this little plastic thing, but we're gonna take this out. What we are planting today is like, they call it like a tea bag. Yeah, and it's dry too. Yeah, we're gonna get you all refreshed. So it's like a tea bag. So we're just gonna plant this entire thing in here. And it may look small at first, but I'm telling y'all, if you look at some of the videos that we put on our garden tour, and then some of the updates we did of the Grand Traverse last year, you'll see what I mean. So I don't even pay attention to the size right now. And then all I'm gonna do is once I plant it, I am gonna water it from the top at first, but I'm gonna go ahead, I got my hose ready, and we're gonna fill this up until we see the 3 little raindrops. I'm so glad this sun going in. It's going like in and out. I think it's a storm that's supposed to be coming, which is why it's so windy, but this is good right here if it could just stay like this. So yeah, let me do that. I'll show you both, and then for real, y'all, this is it, because I think this video is a little bit longer than what I expected, but I'm very detailed. So let me get this planted. Okay, so let me just go over real quick what I have learned from all of this. So here are the flower pillows. Again, these are Starry Night. If you get the flower pillows, you want to make sure that you plant that tea bag down in the soil. You want to plant that deep enough, get out all the air pockets. So all I did was water this on the top to start with, but we also filled our self-watering pot up. These are from Crescent Gardens. I think I got them off Gardener Supplies. I'll make sure that I do a link. I really do like them because when you, for those of you who grow in pots and you have that sun, you really have to keep an eye on them because they dry out way quicker than if you were to plant things in the ground, because in ground those roots can kind of look for water, but when they're in pots they have nowhere to look for water, which is why you have to keep a close eye on them. So this helps a lot. And like I said, when I emptied them, they still had water, so they do work. I'm not gonna lie, they are a little pricey, but they do work. And so we got this one in there, and then we got this one over here, all watered in. We filled that up. These indicators mean they're all the way filled. And so what you have to do over the growing season is once the water starts evaporating out or the plants go looking for the water, these will start going down. So as long as you keep those 3 filled, then you'll know. And seriously, I probably won't have to water these for another 2 or 3 weeks. Now in the beginning I kind of keep an eye on them, but once they're established, I don't have to water them, like I said, as much as my normal plants. So y'all, we got this done. But the moral of the story too, I think I got all the way off of that, was from now on, when I plant in these pots, they're going to be annuals, something that I can pull out really quick and put something else in, because that Prince Tut grass or whatever that was no joke whatsoever. So I've definitely got my workout in for today. Like I said, when the sun goes down, it keeps going in and out. I'm going to pull the old soil to the front and then get everything cleaned up. But as always, thank you all so much for watching this video, and I hope you share this video with your family and your friends. And if you're not a subscriber, we would absolutely love to have you as a subscriber, so make sure that you tap the bell so that you can receive notification each and every time we upload a new video. If you want more of cooking, gardening, entertaining, and all of this type stuff in between, make sure you look at the end cards. We'll pop a couple videos up there for you to binge watch. And again, thank you all so much for watching, and until the next video, bye bye.